Here are the 10 things I wish I knew about Delaware before moving here. And stay tuned to the end because number 10 is about chickens. Number one, let's get started with something a lot of people don't know. We don't have alcohol at our grocery stores. No beer, no wine, it's all at liquor stores. Delaware is only one of 3 states that have this as a law. No one really knows why it's still a law because it kind of makes things inconvenient. You can just grab your White Claws at the grocery store. And one of those 3 states that doesn't allow is Alaska. And Alaska, do we even count them? Number 2 is the beaches are fire, but they can also cause some traffic. You'll hear all the time from Delaware residents, oh, the traffic's crazy, these out-of-state drivers are nuts, and people in Delaware don't really talk like that, but you get what I'm saying. People will complain about it, but it's very good for our economy. We get a lot of out-of-state traffic. We get a lot of money from our Easy Pass and our tolls coming down from those other states. And quite honestly, the reason people come is because Dewey, Rehoboth, Bethany, Cape Henlopen, we have a lot of really awesome beaches. Celebrities like Cal Ripken, Allen Iverson, Reese Witherspoon have homes down here. A lot of people like Scott Van Pelt from ESPN come out to golf here. It's a really awesome beach area with lots to do, great for family and entertaining nightlife in places like Dewey. I'll give you some quick examples. Number 1, property tax on average in Delaware is right around $1,200 a year, which is very low in comparison to places like Jersey, PA, New York, and all the way up the East Coast, where you could sometimes see that as a per month bill as a property tax. Number 1, our property tax is $1,200 on average a year for the average household in Delaware. Number 2, we have 0% shopping tax, so the tag price is the price you pay at the register. And number 3, LLCs block here, and we'll get to that a little bit later because corporate taxes are so good in Delaware. Bring me into number 4 is that 67.8% of Fortune 500 companies, including Tesla, ESPN, Yahoo, Google, are incorporated in Delaware. Now, what does that do for us? It allows for Delaware to be such a tax haven because we have such a large amount of tax money that comes to our state via these corporations being in our state. And that's great for the average resident of Delaware because what it means is we're getting our taxes paid by these big, gigantic American companies, the top 500 companies really in America. 67% of them are paying their taxes to the state of Delaware. Though our taxes are really low, at that scale, it allows for us to have a 0% shopping tax. It allows for us to have low property taxes, and even another tax I'll mention later on about lodging and Airbnb. Number 5, Delaware is really small. In fact, Delaware is the least populated state in the entire country. Though, based off of land, we're one of the most populated states based off of landmass. To give you an example of how small Delaware is, we don't even have a professional sports team, but I'll use one arena that we do have, and that's the Dover International Speedway, for example. Now, if I took the population from Dover, our capital city, Rehoboth Beach, one of our best beaches, Middletown, one of our biggest cities in Newcastle, and let's just say Delaware City up north. If you took the population from all 4 of those cities, combine them, you could seat them all in the Dover International Speedway at the Monster Mile in Dover. That's crazy. You could fit all those people in one arena. Number 6, a lot of people don't know this. Delaware is one of the best states to invest in real estate. I tell people this all the time that when people are investing, they need to look at Delaware as an option. Number 1, for what I'd already mentioned, because the taxes, our property taxes are super low and residents have a 0% shopping tax, but also for the actual owner, the Airbnb, we are one of the very few states in Delaware. In fact, one of 2 with beachfront property being us in Alabama that have a 0% lodging tax, which is an extra tax that states put on Airbnbs and short-term vacation rentals to make more income. But like we had said earlier, because of the LLC and corporation setup we have with so many different large companies, we don't need that extra money. And so we have a 0% lodging tax, and that should stay that way for the foreseeable future. On top of that, when it comes down to rental properties, flips, or vacation rentals, the numbers work in Delaware. For example, if you picked up a $400,000 condo down near the beaches, let's say Lewis, and you renovated it to make it now worth $500,000. You put 50, 60 grand into it, and you decided to rent out that condo to allow beachgoers from out of state to come down and have a place to stay while they have their week or their weekend away down in the Delaware beaches. Properties like that are renting for upwards of $1,500 a week. The demand for being in this area is skyrocketing slowly but surely under the radar, and investors are seeing this opportunity as a way to, hey, how could I generate income through vacation rentals? Because a vacation rental is an amazing investment. You have something that's creating money for you, all while if you want to go down for a weekend to one of the most underrated beaches in the country, you have a home for it. So we have a lot of savvy clients who are buying their own properties in the beaches as vacation rentals that they can make money off of for 51 weeks out of the year and then have their family vacation down there on the dime of everyone else who stayed there. On top of that, land development, flips, rehabs, there's so much opportunity if you're looking to put your investment dollars into real estate in Delaware. Number 7 is our central location. DC, Philly, Jersey, New York City, Baltimore, Ocean City, Williamsburg, Virginia. All these places are within a couple hours of a drive from central Delaware. If you're up north, you're closer to Philly. You're down south, you're closer to Williamsburg, Ocean City. But you are close to so many awesome places that are travel destinations, work locations, or just fun places to be able to go on a day trip and to be close to all those different types of locations, from metropolitan areas, beaches, the bay, harbor over in Baltimore. Like, there's so many crazy good opportunities for fun, entertainment, education, growth, whatever you're looking to get out of where you live in or around Delaware without having to physically be in those areas. Because we know if you live or around those areas, it tends to be more expensive. Delaware isn't as expensive and allows you to still be near all those areas all at the same time. Number 8, we already mentioned this, we're the least populated state in the entire country, but that's quickly shifting. I'm gonna quote a website called How Money Walks. It's a tax map, and it shows via red and green colors how much money states are losing or gaining every single year based on how many people are living there and producing income for that state. So New York, for example, has lost billions of dollars over the last few years. PA is blood red. New Jersey's blood red. You look all the way up the East Coast, up to the Northeast, and you see so much red of states losing money, losing income into their economy. Meanwhile, Delaware is one of the lone green states because more and more retirees, investors, and people who just don't have to work at their specific location, they can work remotely, are seeing Delaware as the haven they should move to because of financial reasons, locational reasons, all the reasons we'd already mentioned. Heck, we have a NASCAR track. You want a NASCAR track, right? Number 9, people don't know that Delaware is on the come up. Dover is specifically a city that I'll reference of where I'm sitting right now, where there's a plan called Dover 2030, which you'll see popping up on the screen right now, that is an incredible plan for a full revamp of this city to match the population, the energy, and the infrastructure that we already have. When you look at it on paper, and you look at the Dover Air Force Base, you look at the hospitals, you look at the low crime in most areas, you look at the nice neighborhoods, the high income in comparison to our population. You look at all these different factors of the restaurants, the entertainment, the amount of people in the area, jobs. You would think Dover would be on the come up, and it is, and this plan is exactly how they're doing it. Between the Mosaic group that's getting involved and everybody within the downtown Dover area getting their hands on this plan, they are excited to bring growth and energy to Dover, and I'm gonna make a whole other video about it. Eventually it'll be up here, it's not done yet, but Dover 2030 is something you should look up because not a lot of people know about it, and when it comes to fruition here in the next 5 to 6 years, Dover is gonna look like a completely new city. And number 10, I promised you a fact about chickens. Did you know in Delaware, and I bet you didn't, that we have more than 200 times more chickens than we have people? That's a crazy thing to even say. That's right, we have nearly 200 million chickens in Delaware. That's right, we're a very agricultural state. You'll see lots of fields, lots of farms, and lots of chicken houses because that's a large part of our economy is the agricultural side of things. And if you're looking to move to Delaware because of one of these 10 amazing reasons, I would love to be able to have the chance to work with you. Hit the link below, jump onto our website. But either way, I hope this video brought you some knowledge, brought you some inspiration about how amazing Delaware is. And hey, if you ever need anything here in Delaware, feel free to reach out to us. It's Loft Realty. My name is Zachary Fowles. You can find me on all these different platforms, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn. I'm on Clapper these days. I don't even know, Facebook, whatever. Hit us up, get in contact with us. We would love the opportunity to chat with you about one of these 10 things or one of the things you have on your mind about the great state of Delaware. Have a great one.